Okay, so we're getting into day 4 now, and I did not have great luck on day 3. I didn't catch the sunfish. Things were a little rough. It was a rainy day, so I had some extra time I kind of wasted away. Now, here you'll see me not being so lucky and waking up and having to water every single little thing. Gotta do the watering, huh? You gotta keep them crops going. So it's parsnips on the bottom, and then that's the mixed seed above it, which could be anything. I don't know what those will grow into. Usually it's young leeks or something like that. And then over there is the bean plants on the trellises. So I go around and do my little watering routine, and then I head into town. A little early, by the way, which is a mistake, as you'll see here in a second. Now, um, the goal for today was to actually get some more crops in the ground. So yeah, I would have done it yesterday, but I forgot. Wednesday, the store's closed. So I want to get a few more crops. There may be better ways to make money this early in, but and he's asking for a potato, which I wish I could, but I'm not gonna have a potato. And usually the quests only last for a day or two. See, open 9 a.m. So I'm gonna go fish a little bit. But you might make a little more money fishing than planting crops, but you're gonna want those crops for the quests, and then you have the possibility of getting more money out of out of them that way. So I like the crops early on and supplement it with fishing. I don't do too much mining early on. Of course, you can't get into the big mine yet, which I've hinted at if you've been watching my previous videos. You can't get into, there's a mine up in the northern part that you can't get into yet. So and that's a really great place. That's where you first see combat in this game, which is one thing that sets it apart from Harvest Moon in a big way, is actual like real combat. I don't remember ever slicing anything up in Harvest Moon. The combat's pretty basic, but it kind of plays out like a old, like a Link to the Past or something, like an old Zelda game. So, uh, fishing, fishing, fishing. I'm doing river fish, and you'll see at some point, it might have been the one I just did. I catch a sunfish, which is I think I don't know, it's a smallmouth bass, but yeah, which is the thing I needed yesterday was a sunfish. And I totally messed that one up. So, and because the quest only lasts for a day or two, I cannot now go turn that sunfish in, and that would have been a good boost to me because it was going to be for the girl that I'm looking at as my number one romantic interest. Although playing the field in this game so far. So I'm gonna get cauliflower and potato seeds because the four things I know for the that I'm gonna need this spring are cauliflower, potato, parsnip, and beans, like green beans, I guess. I don't know. I'm assuming they're green beans because they crawl up the vine, but and they're green on the picture, but I don't really know. But yeah, and I can only get 4 cauliflower, which you're gonna see it makes me mad, so I have to run all the way back down to Willie and buy fish. Now here's something that I don't know if anyone out there might be able to help me with. Does Willie buy fish for more than if you put them in the box? Hey, here's another. We're lucky to have a library. You like to read? Man, why don't I meet girls like this in real life? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I've met some articulate, educated girls in real life, but you usually don't see them portrayed that way in video games. It's nice in Stardew Valley that not all of them, but a lot of the girls seem very, I don't know. I don't want to say nerdy. That seems like it's got a bad connotation to it, but they've got more interest to them. They're deeper than just the surface. They're actually like, they've got little things they like, and they like to write out on the dock. And now here's something, those worms again. Look, glass shards. I was talking about before. You might not get anything great. An artifact. The curator of the local museum will know about it. I don't know whether to keep the artifact. I usually like to keep one of everything because you never know what you might need. I'm not sure if that's necessary for everything, but And I'm pretty sure all that stuff you get twice, so it's like not like a unique artifact. And if you give it to the museum, then there are some gifts. I'll explain the gifting system later whenever I get to the museum. But there are some gifts that you can get from donating to the museum. But the problem is that I feel like I'm donating an awful lot to get not that much in the way of gifts. And I decided to go ahead and show you guys this. It's 300 pieces of wood to get you across there, and that opens up a whole new little area of the game that you're not able to explore right now at the moment. There's no, I mean, well, there's no town people or anything like that out there as far as I know, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now, I'm going back to make sure I have all of the cauliflower I need. And I think cauliflower is technically the best investment at this point in the game that I could make. Even though it cost 80, I think it has the best price return. And here I run into another girl. So you see me here just playing the field. That's the girl that I normally try and get with whenever I play this game. Mary, I guess I should say. Um, And now back to the farm. You see my inventory filling up so quick, so rapidly. You want to hit that 10K as fast as you can, because, I mean, yeah, your inventory gets loaded down, and you have to go back and forth, and it makes a big difference in what you get done in a day. You spend so much time running early on. It's like later on, whenever you actually get a bigger inventory, you're like, what am I gonna do with all my time? Your days seem so much longer just because you're not spending it all running back and forth and back and forth. And hopefully then the videos will be a little more exciting too, because it won't be me running back and forth and back and forth once I get my feet on the ground. But I mean that is the nature of this game to some extent. It's a repetitive kind of, and that's part of what I like about it. It's like you get into a groove, and then it's just one more night, and then it's just one more night, one more day. You just keep going. You just want to play more. It's been hard actually for me to slow down and play it like this. I'm playing it right now, one day at a time. Just one day every day is how it's been. Maybe 2 days. Maybe I'll do one in the morning and one at night, but then I'll take a day off because I've got to edit the videos and comment on them and everything. So I've just been getting to do one day at a time, and really I really get to think and plan that way, and I really try and make the most out of my days too. So as much as I love getting views and putting this out there, I mean I've got to be doing this more for me than for the 50 views that I get from it. I mean, if you guys want to comment and have some back and forth about what I should do with my farm and stuff, that would be great. I mean, I'm more than willing to interact with the community. I just, more than anything, I love this game, and it puts me in a certain space. And playing it like this, where I have to do one day at a time, really helps me kind of zen. You'll see my energy is getting low here, so but yeah, it helps me kind of zen and like really appreciate it. And instead of like binging out on it, I've been using it as a way to like relax after. I don't know, having to work and getting stressed or having a bunch of Overwatch like comp matches and getting all adrenaline full, and then oh man, and then I can kick back and play some Stardew Valley, and whew, does it take the edge off. I mean, there are things that take the edge off better. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? 42710, holla at me, boys. But yeah, yeah. It's a great way for me to just zen and zone and chill and have this I don't know, some people run away from life and they watch action movies or whatever. Like I run away from life to go manage stuff in video games. My favorite video games are management video games, Sims, I guess you would call them, simulator games, but not the Sims. Stuff like man, Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day. That was my oh man, I might make a series on Roller Coaster Tycoon. Uh, but and up here is that that extra, that mine area I'm telling you about that's blocked off. I was going to check. Day 4, you can't go up here. Don't waste your time on it. If you're watching this video and about to be playing, don't waste your time on checking up here at day 4. Although you can go fishing in this lake, and you can catch some good fish here. Um, I don't think it's the only area in the game that's considered to have lake fish. I think there are other areas, but I find you get a lot of trash in other areas. Speaking of 420, it's 420 in the game. There's a chubby, that's kind of funny, the name of it. Trying to get my energy up. That's why I came up here to fish, was because you saw it earlier. My energy was actually running a little bit low. I was kind of like bottoming out, sugar crash, whatever you want to call it. Trash pulled out of the fucking lake. Yep. Uh, but it does seem like the other lakes have more trash in them. I'm not sure. I know the little ones definitely. It's like nothing but trash, but the other lake on the other side down in the forest, I'm not sure about it. Here's a trick here. If you want to get good whenever the fish is going to the bottom, you just let go and let it sit. Don't try and tap it. Just let it sit, and it'll sit flat on the bottom. A lot of the times you can catch a good chunk of the fish that way. So it's actually easier when the fish are all the way at the bottom and the top if you just let go or hold the button all the way down. You see me there cast in the wrong direction like a fool. Of course, that's something I would do. And that wastes your energy too. A lot of people don't know this, but your energy goes down. If you actually watch that moment there, you'll see that my energy does drop a little bit every time I cast, even if I miss. So don't do that. I mean, it's an easy way to waste energy. I waste so much energy facing in the wrong direction on this game, swinging or whatever. Luckily, I get something back here with this algae, but I could have got some extra fishing in. I think I cash in like an hour early. Spoiler alert on tonight's on today's game. But I mean, an hour's time, you could be doing stuff, and you could be getting your farm bigger. I mean, anybody can have a good farm in this game on year 10. The question is, who can have a good farm in this game on, let's say, year 2, or even at the end of year 1? Now, I'm not going for, there is like a big fair at the end of this thing you could do, and I'm not going to go for that on year 1. I don't think on this playthrough. I might but probably year 2. Whew, can you imagine me making 2 years of a video? I mean, it's only 4 months, so it's not like there's actual real years length. Like, it just says summer, 28 days, spring, 28 days, whatever, So, now you see those little, just north of my bobber, you'll see those little bubbles coming up. And those spots don't give you any magic fish or anything, but what they do is if you hit it right, which you see I messed my cast up there, boing, that little sparkle, instant hit. It's like having super bait or something. Oh, and you can hear that guy tink 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 just working on that mine up there trying to chip it away from me. I missed again, and all that's hurting my energy. You'll see my energy bar shake there. You're starting to feel exhausted. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And that red fish there I caught there, that's a good fish too. But I don't want to eat it because the bullhead, that's what it's called. I definitely want to put that into the possible collection. So I eat the carp instead, just raw, bones and all, by the way, the whole thing. And yep, starting to get dark. Wait, I'll let you guys watch this. Boom, hit. It's a little tricky getting these. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as it looks. Boom. Had to zoom up, hover on that. Eh. It's a little tricky pulling those off. It really is. It looks like this is an easy little thing to do, but especially early on when you have just the bamboo with no lure on it. And I got a geode from that, which is it's a pretty nice. I mean, of course, you could turn out to be a piece of clay, but I mean, it's a pretty nice thing to pull out of there. It's kind of like they're kind of like loot boxes in video games. The geodes are the loot box of a Stardew Valley. They don't cost you a thing in real life dollars, but they cost you 25 golden gain to get, and you don't know what's gonna come out of it. So it's kind of like opening a loot box. Oh, and making my way back here. I think I think I handled a couple more things on the farm. We're gonna go ahead and jump you forward a little ways. And yeah, just some inventory management here. This is gonna be my new chest where I put my unique stuff and put one of everything in there. One of everything that someone might ask for. So, someone might ask for any one of these fish. And then my other one's gonna be kind of my resources one for now. And as I get more chests, I'll expand in a more complicated way. I wish there was a way to make like a cellar or something where you could store everything like you can in Don't Starve. Was the name of the game? That game was real good too, man. Who are listening, men and women. That game was real good. I wish I was better at it. I find it real hard, and tried tweaking the settings to make it easier, and then it feels kind of cheesy. So now I'm just kind of burn the last little bit of energy I have without taking a hit to my energy there. So got a little extra stone from it, and I think that's pretty much it for day 4, Thursday, day 4. So like and subscribe. Keep watching it. Oh yeah. And I don't get nothing but 37 gold. Dang it! Dang it! Dang it!